What's going on, everybody? It's Eli here from TreeFall Studios. Let me scoot the microphone back, see if we got everything set up for today. Welcome, welcome. Let me make sure we are shared. We are shared out on Twitter and our Discord. Let's say live now. All right, cool, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the stream today. My name is Eli from TreeFall Studios, and we're going to be picking up where we left off yesterday. We are currently texturing a giant model for our hub world for our 3D platformer. And today we don't have official textures that we're going to be using for the final model, but we're basically just lining everything up so everything is going to tile correctly and be about the correct scale that we want for when we do create our final textures. I've got a couple extra textures that we're going to throw on today for the roof and for the floor, and we're just going to throw some test textures around so we can kind of get an idea of what the actual castle is going to look like when it is all said and done, or at least how it's supposed to look like in general. So welcome to the stream, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me load Blender here. And I think I was going to make some new textures on stream today. I was going to try to make like a brand new one, but for some reason, the texture software that I use is pretty heavy on my computer, so it's not super safe to use whenever we are also streaming and doing all this other stuff at the same time. So all right, we're jumping into Blender now. This is here we are. This is where we left off, and you can see it's a little red from here. Everything is just bricks all over, and we're lining everything up. And we stopped yesterday. Where did we stop? We got this one, right? And we were going all the way around the back. That was correct. We did that. And we lined that up, but we were starting to mess with this. That's right. This was close, but not totally done. And then this should all line up now. And then, yeah. So we... wait, does this guy line up? No. Did we not do the front? So we lined all of this up. We might have done something wrong in general just because we lined everything up all the way around. And this guy is already lined up with this side. But I'm seeing an issue already where these were lined up as well. These are all lined up perfect. And it lines up around the corner. But this one doesn't actually line up with this. So we might have to do some maneuvering, change the texture around. And this side, does it line up? Yeah, I guess we're too scaled, so it kind of cuts off part of the brick, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and try to fix where we were, because this is where we left off, these two here. At least we'll get this like the same size, and then we'll scoot it over and see if we can get it a little bit closer. It actually looks like it's off height-wise, and that's fine because we probably won't even match it here. We just need to match this first. We just need to match the bottom. And then, yeah, then we should be good to go. So I'm going to keep going here and try to get this to look right. This is like a little complicated because the way we're doing it, but it should line up. So it looks like it lines up here, but then it's off already here. So is that just because of this? I don't know about that. This is the X value 73. I don't know if this will stretch it out all the way across. It does, but it's still not right because it's not scaled correctly. Huh. Yeah, that's just a little, like a wiggle in the bricks there. You wouldn't really notice because it's just a little bit of stretching, and it makes the bricks actually not look so uniform, but I think We might try to fix it anyways to do a little bit better. So we moved over by just a tad. Let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Where? Yeah, if we straighten them up down here, they get off a little bit up there. It's because this is not, this is all just one giant face now, so it's like a little messed up. We'll see. Yo, Ben Josh says hello. How are you? Hello, welcome to the stream, good sir. Good to see you today. I'm doing pretty good. I'm staring down the barrel at some interesting texture problems, so we'll see if we can figure those out. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Um, Feeling all right. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing today? Let's go ahead and see. So this is lined up. Is this lined up? Yeah, it is. Oof. I don't know how we're gonna get this wall to line up because this is the last wall to go all the way around. Everything is lined up all the way around the entire castle except for this one section, which means like it's the one, it's not like exactly the right size. It's kind of hanging out and it's a little bit not even. It's like laying just where over where the tiling would be, so it's like a little messed up. So yeah, might have to do some texture changes in order to get that to work, or we can always build some models in order to hide some of that. Benja says, likewise, what are you working on today? Space by Name says, hey, sorry I missed the stream yesterday. Welcome to the stream, Space by Name. Welcome, welcome. And as far as Ben Josh's question, we are working on a giant castle. This is going to be a hub world for a new Pitterpot game, which is our 3D platforming series. And you can see it looks kind of odd here. I mean, we got a bunch that's non-textured. And then you can see the stuff we haven't touched yet. It's got these giant bricks. We can look at this in wireframe for you. So you can see we have gone all across the model and started doing the seams. We did that a couple days ago. And so that's how we're getting these textures to line up. And then yesterday we spent the entire day lining the bricks up. So you can see how like when you go around the corner, it actually looks right. There's no seams, like the bricks match up. And so it matches up all the way across the entire castle. And in the doors like this, we turn the bricks so they would go around this way. So it makes a little bit more sense. We didn't touch this inside room yet. We were just going all around the outside. I don't think we did did we do these insides? We must have. This looks pretty good. Yeah, this is all lined up. And I think we did this. We started on this inside. Nope, we didn't touch this one yet. So, because that's not lined up. We just went around the outside. I got confused because we did do it like twice. I started to do this one day, and then the following day we restarted from scratch because it wasn't the right way to do it. And then, so now we're here. Although, just to go ahead and mention, this brick is a brick texture from the original Pitterpot game. This is not what we're going to be actually using for this game, but we're just using it as a placeholder to try to line all the walls up and, you know, get a sense of scale of where the UVs need to go based on the brick sizes. Today, I think we're going to change it up. I think we're going to put some floor textures in here. We're going to try to put some new colors on the roof just so it looks a little bit different, and you guys will be able to see a little bit more instead of a little more color variation at least. Oh, Metgan, welcome to the stream. Hi, Metgan Games. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Ben Josh says, looks great. Space My Name, Met Games. Hello. He's chatting with you guys in the chat. This is one of our TreeFall friends over here. He's a Twitch streamer. He was playing Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge not that long ago. All right, so yeah, I think that this problem, I don't know if we're going to be able to solve it, to be honest, because it's off just ever so slightly. This is an example of what I was talking about. These bricks don't line up. And it's because everything's lined up, but these don't actually fit the tiling just right. And then it doesn't line up just there either, but everywhere else it lines up all the way around. So I will probably have to refix that because this is all a one piece. You can see this is one giant piece, and we already lined this up with everything else. So if we go to move this part to make it line up, it's gonna no longer line up with this part. And then if we move the whole thing together, it'll no longer line up with this part. So one of the clever ways to fix that would to be add like a model here that would separate these bricks from these bricks, and it would have a different texture on it. And then that way we can line these bricks up. We'll probably do that, like build a little ledge to fix it. So yeah, and then I was gonna try, this was crazy, so we'll go in here and we'll change this floor up because all these floors aren't gonna be bricks. I actually have some tiles that we're gonna open up. We need to, actually first, we need to create a new material. Let's do it in here. If I just Control L this, we should be able to catch it all. Let's see. Yeah, we caught it all there. So we'll do this. We'll go to new, new. It's taking a second. We'll assign it this material. We got to go over to our shading tab. We got to create this new material here. We got to go to texture. We're going to do an image texture. We're going to drag it into our base color. We actually don't have it here. We can go back to UV editing and we can open up another one. So we got our brick colored. Shoot, we need to make a new one. Do I have that? Where is that? There we go. Is this the new? Yeah, new. Let's go to new, and then let's go to open. So we're going to open it up over here. So it's not just black, it's just generating us a color. Oops, wrong one. Where are we? There we go. Open up. Let's go over here. Let's go to my textures folder. Let's go to my tile texture. Now you guys can see it. This is kind of just a blast from the past. We're going to use this so we can basically get an idea of some tiles on the castle floor. This tile is from, I drew this so many years ago for the castle in Theo and Fripp. We never actually finished creating that game, and one day the Adventures of Theo and Fripp will come out. If you're a long time hardcore TreeFall fan, you'll probably be excited about that. One day, before this company is destroyed, we will make Theo and Fripp. Mekan says, where's Thomas and PLP today? I don't know, man. PLP says he's joining the stream, so I think he's just running a little late. He's probably busy. As far as Thomas, I don't know where he is. He's probably working. He has a lot of work to do too. So, but he jumps in every once in a while and we chat. We are good developer friends. So he might swing by after a little bit. We'll see. All right, so we need to go back to our shading tab, guys. And you can see when we made that other one, it was still all black. We need to go here. And for this material, we need to change it to our tile so we can view the tile through our base color. And we'll go back to UV editing and boom, guys, look at that. There we go. We got some tiles across the floor. Thomas says, yo, I'm here. Welcome to the stream, my friend. He was here all along. He was just waiting for you to ask for him. So let's see. We got tiles now. This looks pretty good, I think. It honestly looks pretty good, even though I drew this like 8 years ago. Because, you know, with a little bit of specular on here, a little bit of reflection, and have these tiles reflect. The only thing that this really needs is to, you know, have some separation, some 3D separation, so you could see how the tiles are sitting in the floor. And then with a little bit of a normal map, we could maybe show that the floor wasn't exactly flat. That's basically what I would do in order to fix this. But for now, this is going to be a fine and dandy texture placeholder. Thomas says, listening while I'm washing dishes. That a boy. That's my man right there, taking care of business. I hear ya. Mekan says, welcome, welcome. And PLP says, sorry, I'm late, bro. I'm here now. Well, you're going to make Mekan happy. He was wondering where you were. We're probably wanting to finish our conversation from yesterday. But so we're probably going to put our tile over here too, so we can just throw in some new textures so you guys can see what this would look like with more variety in the colors. And then we're going to go find a new texture for the roof up there, and we're going to put some shingles on it. Oh man, did I get this? Oh no, I was about to say we about lost some work there, guys. I was a little worried. But we only straightened out the roof. You can see how the bricks are all straightened around the curve of the tunnel. We actually didn't do that to the floor, so we're gonna have to do that as well for the floor. So let's go to material 1, let's assign it, and let's just scale this up by like 5 just so we can see it. And now we're gonna have to do a little bit of work. Let's move that out of the way. And we're gonna go over here to our vertex mode, and we're gonna go ahead and start straightening up some of these lines so we can have tiles that curve around the hallway. Also, guys, let me know. I put my phone back here to try to block off some of the sound, and I'm using my body to try to block off some of the sound. I know the mic was a little echoey yesterday, but hopefully the audio is decent today. And let's look at I'm looking over here. This is where I can see my camera. The lighting looks average. It's all right. It can be seen. Was someone looking for me? It's usually the opposite. Mekan was like, where are the regulars? So yeah, you guys have been joining into the streams, hanging out daily. It's been a blast and a whole lot of fun. Can't wait till this game is actually out, and you guys can say you were there for all of it. All right, so we're going to scale those by 0 on the x-axis, and then we're going to go here and scale all of these individually on the y. This is the little tedious process since we got quite a bit of faces, but it's going to look good when it's all said and done. You guys got to realize game development is slow and steady wins the race. Ben Josh says sounds great, so all right, audio's okay, I guess. I gotta upgrade my setup, that's for sure. And also, you know, my camera's a little bit above me, and I kind of have to look at the computer to see work. So my eyes don't look you guys straight in the viewport that well. So I gotta maybe try to get that a little bit better. I just scaled X twice because I got distracted. But I think overall the streams are getting there. They're looking pretty good. And I did it again. It's so muscle memory. Space My Name says audio sounds good. Mekan says, yes, there was a Mia. Where is she as well? Did I forget anyone? Yep, Mia's been tuning in multiple times over the last couple of weeks. She won a couple of free PlayStation codes on our giveaway days. We usually have big streams on Fridays and give away free codes. So yeah. But thanks for everyone who's tuning in. We got quite a bit of viewers hanging around. So thanks for tuning into the stream so we can hang out and do some game development work together. I was gonna say, I forgot to tell you guys, yesterday's stream was popping. You know, you guys were pretty active. Oh, this might not work, actually. We're probably gonna have to leave it curved. This looks pretty bad. Let's scale this up by like 10 just so we can see. It's not gonna work with this. I wonder why. We got some scale issues. Yep. Yep. That's very odd. All right, let's do a test. I'm going to get distracted. Let's go ahead and unwrap it, project from view. Let's do this. And then let's go back here. Let's do a scale by 20 just so we can see. I guess this is all right. We can do it this way. It doesn't wrap around the hallway, but this will be, I guess, how tiles are laid out. Looks pretty good. But yeah, before I grab those comments, I was gonna say yesterday's stream was pretty popping. You guys were hanging out, and we were really getting a lot of good work done and having some good conversation. And I noticed yesterday, like last night, we got quite a bit of viewers who tuned in and caught the video on our YouTube channel after it was already posted up and when it was no longer live. So yeah, it was one of our most successful ones. It was definitely a boost to the watch time, and we grabbed new subscribers yesterday. I've been talking about it on stream that we're on our way to 1,400, and like a day, or like when we started yesterday, we were 6 away, I think. And now we are 3 away, 3 subs. We're at 1397. So we got to get 3 more subscribers to hit 1400. So that's a pretty huge goal. And I was talking about it on stream yesterday. Once we cross 1400, we're going to do like a huge ramp up giveaway, live stream, celebration, all the way to 1500. That'll be our next big goal. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit subscribe to the channel and come hang out with us some more. Megan says this setup thing is all about money, so I think it's fine, pretty fine so far. Yeah, it costs more money to get better setups, that's for sure. Can you sell this as an illusional part? I guess you're talking about the tiles. Like going into the. It does kind of look like that, like the mystery houses or whatever. Ben Josh says, honestly, as long as your audio is good, the other stuff is just for aesthetic and making it your own. Your stream is better than most on Twitch. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I did work on getting a couple of things going in our layout, so yeah, trying to get a little bit better for dev. And Space My Name says facts. Yeah, sweet guys. Appreciate that. That means a lot. So I think the tiles look good, so that's a good example right there. So let's do another one, because these aren't going to be tiles. Those will be like the indoor, like castle floors. This will be like grass out here, and these will be like concrete. This will probably be a flavor of concrete, and then we'll go ahead and doing some shingles up here to change up the colors up on the top. That'd be kind of cool, because I think this is probably as close as we're going to get it for now, and then we'll build some models to change that. This would also be grass. We could throw a grass out here so we could see our field a little bit better, because we're going to grow some trees out here. Although there is going to be a model around the edge, because I think we're going to do some fountains that come down. And we can fix this wall. This wall's off, so got to fix that too sometime today. But I'm kind of enjoying how it's looking, throwing new colors on there. So let's try to find some more textures. Let's go. I gotta browse my folders real quick, guys, and make sure we got it. So let's go over here to this model, and let's just start with this one. We actually don't have these seamed up yet because this is not part of the other model. So I guess we can just go ahead and do this. We can do this first. Go ahead and seam it up. Although I don't really think it's gonna matter too much, because it's kind of just a little awkward shape. We can seam it up. It's fine. This one, we already got the bottoms for some reason. It looks like it's part of this floor, because these don't connect right. This is like a model I thought about redoing, basically. But yeah, we should seam these. And then, like, this is the problem, because like these models have faces on the bottom. Let's see. Let's go to this mode. Yeah. Honestly, if we go to our view here, this can be deleted, or yes? Yeah. So actually we could go to the inside here. Oh, so all these double faces I was worried about with their lighting issues, they can't be deleted. See, I knew there was a problem because they do extend. So how do we get rid of that other one? Was it just one on the inside? Is there some up here? So I guess I was doing it right at first and then doing it wrong. Oh, it's because there's doubles on all of them. I got it. So we can get rid of the doubles, I guess. But it's kind of hard to see, so maybe we won't. It's kind of hard to catch the right one. Yeah. Well, I got that one, so I might as well get rid of it. For some reason, I can't get this one. I can't get the selection correct. There we go. Either way, it's got some weird models hanging out on the inside, looking a bit odd. Vadertron77, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. He says, Ooh, many fancy things going on. I see going on. I said that wrong. Sorry. Yeah, we got a lot going on in this hub world here, and we're going messing around with some of this stuff, trying to clean up the inside real quick. Yeah, we don't need this. We're about to texture this, so let's just get. We're gonna get this as clean as possible. We don't need any of these dupes. Probably don't need any of that for the bottom. And then I guess for here, this, that's the other one. We got it. All right, there's the duplicate. Is there a duplicate here still? There is. Got it. All right, getting a little better, guys. I'm getting a little bit better at clicking the duplicates. We're going to a different angle and trying to grab it by this one. That's the full one. There we go. That's the duplicate. Okay. And then this one should have one too. It's just this little triangle here. All right, boom. Yeah, I mean, this is not the cleanest, to be honest. Let's go ahead and like just make sure we don't have any vertices hanging out. We're gonna merge that. We got rid of 10 of them, so maybe this is one piece now. Whoa. Whoa. This might be awesome, guys. Okay, so maybe this stinks because we didn't do this earlier. But now we connected them to these vertices. So honestly, now what we would do, okay, so if we really, really wanted to clean this up, we could subdivide all of these and then pull a vertice here because like, okay, it looks confusing because this vertice is here and it looks like if we just subdivide and make a line here and like cut these off, we can get these in quads instead of having it go here. And then we would, all these inside faces, what we will do is we'll turn them into just triangles. Like they are triangles here, but they're actually extended. We can't just delete the whole face because part of it is the roof out here. But you know, we could, if we cut these and then make all these triangles individuals, we can delete them all. And then we'll have nothing hanging out on the inside. There might even be a better way to do this. Like, let's do an example. Like, if we get rid of this, like, let's just delete that whole face so we can see. Yeah, this probably would be even faster. If we just fill it in, we'll get the same thing. But what we could do is just click on this edge and then we can go to edge subdivide. We'll get one vertice hanging out. Then we'll go here. We'll pull up our extra menu. This is the X axis. And then we'll go over here, copy and paste that so it's exactly the same. Did that not work? 30.93. This is the X axis, correct? 30.93. Did I put that in the Y? Is that the, yeah, well, of course we're on the same Y. This is X, -8. Yep, -8. Okay, there we go. And then what we want to do is then I guess we can go to mesh merge this, guys. Remove that vertice so now it's connected, and then we can go here, fill that face in. Now we have a quad exactly here, and it's like we've got steps and we don't got anything hanging out on the inside to create weird lighting artifacts. I think that's the move. This is going to take a little bit of cleanup, but I think that's the move. I think we need to do that. And what's sad is we already duplicated these roofs over here and built them on this part. And we actually took this one and built more of the model down. So we'd have to do the same thing here because I don't really want to redo all that, even though it would be more tedious. We could probably just delete this roof straight off once we fix this one and create a new one over here. But we're not going to delete it yet because we want to get the scale and size just right. But for now, let's just focus on fixing this guy, and then let's try to get him textured so he looks good like everybody else, and he's not left alone, hanging out, wondering where his colors are. All right, so let's start from the bottom because we did the one in the middle here. I think that's a much faster way to do it than cutting and then deleting afterwards. Filling it in afterwards is probably easier. I'm gonna switch back over, make sure we got face mode here, delete. But then we gotta switch back and forth between edges and faces a lot. here, I think, to get this to work. This should be 10. These are all, see, this is why we lined it all up. If you guys caught the original episodes, we lined these all up on the dot. Everything is lined up on like even numbers. So let's see if we can make the face first before merging, and then go to merge, and then go to distance, and then it pulls us out with that one vertice, so it should connect. So this is all one piece, and then we look here and it's all one piece. So if that is the case, we don't have to keep repeating that step. We can just go and finish all of these individually, and then we'll connect them with one step at the very end. So this one is done, so this one is not done. So we'll start one step ahead. We got to go here. And then let's subdivide you. And boom. I'm like, where can I not find that? It's because it's in the edge folder, guys. So this is probably 6. Yep, -6. We're going up by 2 every time. And let's fill this in. And it's good that we're doing this first before we even tried texturing this, because this would warp our UVs all over the place. And then we're going to set our scale and fix everything once we're done at the end, and then unwrap correctly. So then everything will be good to go. All right, delete you. Subdivide. This should be 4. Oh, wow. Did it just do it right? Huh. That was pretty cool. We're right on the money there. And is there anything hanging out here? Nope. We're all deleted on the inside. Let's go get the other side. Yeah, see, there's like, it looks like a little bit of a thicker black line. That's the slight separation. That to let you know that they're not exactly connected. We're going to get rid of that all at the end. So that'll work out just fine. Dkush says, I love the repetitive brick. It really makes you feel like you're in a cheaply produced Roblox server. Well, thanks for enjoying the brick. Welcome to the stream. It's not going to be on every single thing. We're just kind of using it as a test right now. But there will be a lot of repeating bricks. When it's all said and done, there will be a lot of bricks on the certain walls. So let's go to the edge again. I'm lost once again. Subdivide. And then it needs to match us here. Okay. 10. Let's make sure we didn't mess that up earlier on that last one where it was just lined up. Let's put that face back. I don't see how we would have messed it up. It's because this was exactly, yeah, no, it's fine. Looks good. PLP says, I think we need more bricks. I think you're right, sir. That's why I was going to change it up today. I was like, all right, we still got some more lining up to do. Everything needs to look good. However, it's looking a bit one colorish, so we're going to try to throw a couple of extra test textures in here today, just so we can get a little bit of a better idea of what it would sort of look like when it's getting closer to being completed. All right, this is 8. We need to put him over at 8, and then we need to go back to you, and we'll fill this up. This is just gonna be so much better. This is gonna be clean, and we'll be able to do our UVs correctly and do our seams much better than we did the other way. Let's go here. More bricks, baby, more bricks. All right, this should be 6. Yep. See, it's getting closer a little bit each step we take. So, yeah. That last one should also just be right. This one should be right. We should skip that step. Just delete. We go here. We subdivide it by 1. It should automatically be on the 4. So we can just go ahead and fill in these faces. Now we highlight the whole thing, and we're going to merge all this. Got rid of all those vertices, and now we're all one piece with nothing hanging out on the inside except for, obviously the bottom of the steps. And yeah, I want to say that this is probably good with the normals. Do we need to go to... We have to go to get off rendered mode to find that out? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold the phone, guys. We lost our blue here. I don't know how we lost it. Do we lose it when we go into rendered mode? Um, I don't remember. We turned that on a while back. It was somewhere. It's not in any of these. Object properties, maybe. Visibility, no. Oh, wait a minute. It was somewhere up here. Yeah, they moved all these menus. Scroll over here. Somewhere here. X-ray outline. Maybe this menu. Here it is. It's in this one. I think it is. Let's see, guys. Right here, normals, display vertex normals. Yeah. So we lost that somehow. Now let's see. If we go to switch, let's go back to, whoops. Let's go back to this mode and let's go to our shaded mode. Nope, we have our normals displaying, so I don't know why. I don't know what caused us to get that and lose it. So let's go here. All right, yeah, we're displaying here. I just wanted to make sure that these new faces that we are creating are displaying in all the correct directions before we start unwrapping them, and they look like everything is fine. Looks good. So yeah. Thanks for joining into the stream, everyone. Appreciate it. We're working on some models and some texturing. Honestly, like I'm like trying to think, is it faster to highlight all of this and then unselect this so we can get all these lines, or is it going to be faster to grab all of these lines individually? If we just get these faces, honestly, I think we can do it quicker, better. I'm trying to figure out how to do it the quickest, because all of these edges need a seam. Basically, these all need to be their own little face in the UV map. And this guy all needs to be 1, so that's good. And then that should leave this. Yeah, that's it. So he's marked seams exactly how we need to. Ben Josh says, happy to be here. Well, I'm glad you're having fun hanging out with the stream today. We have been doing these for, this is about I think this is the 3rd week I'm going on my live dev series for this game. And it's definitely getting better, a bit more fun. And we're getting farther along in the game. All right, so let's go ahead. He's semi unwrapped in a good way. So let's unwrap him. And then let's go over to our materials. Let's give him a new one. Let's assign it here. And then I got to go run over here. Let's go ahead and say before we lose all this, you guys saw us. We've been losing some serious progress on one of those days when the computer crashed. You never know when a computer might blue screen. My stream is working on the game development and running the stream. It's running my PC pretty hard. My PC's pretty old, but you know, it happens. Let's go ahead and open up a new one. Let me go searching here through my folders. And I'm going for, this is not going to be a keeper. This is going to be edited. But we can use this as a placeholder. Got some roof tiles here. Yes, I'm looking for roof tiles number 3 on my list. So give me 1 sec. I got to go through a bunch of folders. This is not in the correct spot. Or maybe I'll just move it. Yeah, I'll move it real quick. That'll be good. Let's get is this tiling? Does not look like it. That tiles, I guess. But it's like a long tile. All right, let's just try it. Let's grab this, the normal map for now. Displacement, ambient occlusion. Let's copy these maps over. Let's put them in our Pitterpot folder. And that's over here. Pitterpot, textures. Let's drop those in there. I've got Blender open. Let's refresh it. Color variant number 1. All right. Then we got to go back to our shading. Let's make another new one here. This one might not be a good one. This doesn't look like a square tile, so I'm a little worried about it. But we might be able to get it to lay out fine. And let's go back to our UV editing here. Space My Name says, watching your stream has been helping me keep motivated to work on my projects. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I can't wait to see what you're working on. You definitely need to send it my way whenever you got some stuff to share. And Ben Josh has been editing while watching. There you go. Multitasking. That's the only way to do it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm multitasking. We are working on a game, but we're also streaming live to have some fun. And doing a little bit of marketing. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new. Okay. So this, let's go ahead before we do this. Let's make sure we've applied our scale. Let's unwrap it all again. This might be able to get us on a better scale. Let's go over here to our giant pieces, or let's just select it all. Okay, so yeah, we're missing one seam. Forgot to get this guy. Let's mark this. Let's just do it again. Be a little easier. Grab this and this. Control L-ing that. One of them is already kind of right. This guy. Let's rotate this. I'm going to go to image bounds. We're constraining it. Let's drop it. See if we're are we upside down? No, we're right side up. Everything looks good. So we're going to put these in the corner so they're in the exact same spot. We're going to get rid of our image bounds here, and we're going to go and scale these up by 5. Start. Yep, looking good. That's about right. That is about right on our size. This is obviously, I said earlier, I was like, okay, we're gonna start throwing some textures on here in order for you guys to see the colors differently. But this roofing tile is literally red, which is the same color as the bricks, so it barely stands out. It's kind of pointless, to be honest. Excuse me, guys. Scale that up by 5, and then we'll have something like that across the roof tiles laying across the top, something a little bit better on an edge, a little scale down on the X. So it still looks a little cut off. Looks worse that way. It's gonna be hard to get that right. This will probably be a different texture. Yeah, I mean, from the distance, like roof tiles is good. I'm thinking like green. These walls are gonna be a little bit like concrete-ish cinder block castle bricks, so it's gonna be a whole lot more gray. And I'm thinking that the roof tiles, we're probably gonna edit these and make them a little bit more green. And then we'll probably do, the gray will look pretty good because it'll be very contrasting with the green grass, because we'll go with some pretty green grass in the courtyard, and then we'll have pretty gray walls that we can maybe do some plants coming down and stuff, and then the green roof to kind of match in. Maybe we will keep the red roof if everything else is gray and green. This would be another color to change it up, and it wouldn't break the color scheme really. So we'll see. Maybe that's how we'll keep that. Now this part doesn't actually need to be part of it, because this is going to be just like a concrete brick. Like these are supposed to be like bricks like stacked up in front of the roof structure. So, oh man, excuse me. This will be all a different texture. We don't actually have a test texture for that yet, so We'll just leave that alone for now. Thomas says, time for an afternoon cup of coffee. Oh, yeah. Seriously. I'm already hitting the fatigue a little bit. You know, a little tired. Went to the gym earlier today than normal. Uh, had a conference call earlier before this that lasted just over an hour. Um, and been got some errands done and work on the game already. So already starting to feel it. I'm already starting to feel it. That's for sure. I'll get a sip of water here. Ah, that's good. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. I kind of like these tiles a whole lot in here. Let's go fix. What should we do next? The floor, probably these walls. I guess let's just go ahead and grab like yes, Metgan, you know all about it. I did talk to him. We had a good conversation actually, and I'm gonna use my maize grass. This is obviously we'll have new grass, but you guys know the maize grass is pretty saturated and very green, so we'll just go with maize. We'll throw that in there since we can go find it in our maize project folder. And that way we can just start separating the ground, and then maybe we'll go ahead and make some new models. I'm kind of wanting to build you know, the fountain today, maybe something cool, so we can get off a little bit of the texturing, and then maybe we'll dupe the roofs over here and go ahead and have those fully done and textured and stuff. So let's go ahead and get that maize grass. I got to navigate through my folders. Got to give me a sec because we do have a bunch of maize games, that's for sure. Textures. Got Maze and Maze Pedestal of Trials. Got different versions on different platforms. Have some Maze games that we've already started that haven't come out yet. We can use the let's use actually I'm gonna do this too. I'm gonna take the shingles, copy that over. We got some Maze shingles as well from that were hand drawn. I was pretty proud of my Photoshop work from, you know, 5 years, 6 years ago, whenever Maze first came out. And do I have the green grass saturated here? We probably need to go to Maze Pedestal Trials for this. Oh man, last night, guys, I just gotta tell you this. This was so cool. I was working on Maze Rising Trials, and boy, I was getting some good ideas trying to make the environment a little bit more inviting. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I really like the little grass. I showed it off in a stream before, the little grass models I made to go in the edge of the maze, but I was working on filling it out across the whole maze. And I got this good idea last night. I programmed a new controller gameplay mechanic to the first person controller in Maze Rising Trials. And I was just like trying to figure out how I could get from one place to another place, because you know, like it's just a simple, you know, you can walk and you can look and run in Maze 1, and then you can kind of teleport in Maze 2 and Maze Pedestal of Trials because you can place checkpoints and then you can warp back to them and stuff. So you can really, I was thinking PLP would really take advantage of that on a speed run because you can like death abuse and use checkpoints and stuff. There's like one maze number 2, the one with all the buttons and the walls. There's like a death abuse spot where you can just do it so fast and warp back to the checkpoint, and you can do that giant maze in like a minute. It's like crazy. But I don't think he's found out that secret yet, so I'm not gonna show him. I'll wait till do my dev speed run. But yeah, I programmed a new gameplay mechanic basically on these launch pads, and it fits. And I was just trying to do it so you could move and get somewhere in the game, the way this maze was designed. And then it ended up being so much fun. I was already programming some of the effects, and I left in some programming so we could, you know, put some sound effects on it later and stuff. But I'm like, wow, it fits in line with the Rising Trials theme. Everything is about rising in that game, so you can go on launch pads now, and it's actually like it's so much fun. Man, I'm having trouble. I cannot find the grass texture I was looking for. I found the old ones, the old grass, but there's a saturated grass where it's like prettier and greener, and we'll probably need that one. So let me go to PS4 folder here. I know it's on the PS4. I'll just get it out of the Unity project itself. I might have edited it and not saved it twice. Normally, I have them saved in like 2 locations. There's a grass greener. Is that the saturated one? Yeah. Let's open this up and look at it. Here's my little. This is the maize grass zoomed in. I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and copy that over. And so I'm putting all these in the texture folders. Let's see. And oh, let me grab some of these comments. I couldn't see you guys because I was in the folders digging around. And yeah, Mekan says, "Congrats, man. Not very much, but it's honest work." Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think that we can have a good working relationship there, and it's a new place to sell some games. So I'm definitely gonna keep you guys updated on the channel how that goes. And then PLP says I got to get to pedestals after Pitterpot. We're gonna 100% 8% run for that right now. He's in World 3. Yeah, I was thinking that Pedestal of Trials would be a great speedrunner one because it's so short, and any percent would be fun because you can choose which mazes to skip and get to the ending, because I think you can skip 2 mazes and get to the end. So any percent would just be getting the credits, I guess. And the checkpoint system, when I made that, it was for, just basic player ability, accessibility, so it's easier to play the game, so you can warp back and not have to walk back through a bunch of hallways. In case you realize you see a bunch of corridors and you're like, this could be a dead end, you just leave a checkpoint, you go explore it, and then you can warp back and save yourself time instead of walking through all the halls again. So that's a huge, big feature, but also it can be definitely used for some cool speedrun strats when you have memorized where all the coins are and know exactly where to go. You can drop it along your route the best way possible and be warping back over and over, and the speed runs would just be crazy. So I always thought that I had that in the back of my mind when I was programming it, by the way. So it'd be pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and put some maize grass on this junk. Let's highlight all of this. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. We got a lost face. It's not even a lost face. Is it just a lost edge? How is that even connected? Where are we not seamed? So we should be here. Huh. Did I have something selected over there for some reason? It didn't do it that time. Yeah, we need to get rid of this too. Let's just get rid of that, but let's put this one back. And then this floor should be another new material. Yeah, we can see what it'll look like. 5, 5. Boom. This would make you go blind. This would be pretty cool though, to be honest. All right, new material, guys. We're making a new one. We're assigning it here. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna open up a new guy. Open up a new one. We're going to grass greener this time. We gotta go back to our shading. We're in a new material. Shift A, image texture. Drop it in the base color. Grab our grass. Here we go. We've scaled up way too much for this grass. It does not look realistic at all. So let's go back to unwrapping it. Oh yeah, there we go. This is a 5 times scale probably. Boom. There's some grass in there. That's a little too green, a little too fake looking. It's like AstroTurf grass, like the fake golf course grass. But I think this texture looks pretty good in Maze, to be honest. It fits in pretty good. But yeah, we can go ahead and do this one. We're going ahead and assigning these here. Scale this by 5. Yeah, scale by 5. Yeah. This kind of looks like a weird playground. You got these weird tiles, really green, fake looking grass, and and just bricks everywhere. But eventually, guys, this will look good. We'll make sure this looks a little bit better. And then let's. I'm actually kind of curious here too. Um, it's all coming together now. Thanks. Yeah, space my name. Let's see if we change this guy. Let's just go to this material here in our shader, and instead of this one, let's open up a new one, and we're gonna do the shingles I drew. So now we can see. Here's my shingles from Maze, guys. I just wanted to put that in there and see. These look so awesome in Maze. Like I hand like drew these, and then the way that there's like a little bit of a shadow here, when you add in the normal map, it actually looks pretty awesome. They don't look good for this. We'll put our roof back, but yeah. All right, so that's fine, I guess. So grass. And then this, so now this would be a little bit different because like this guy, this is what we would want. Not the whole thing, but right here, here, and here, and here. All of this stuff is gonna be the tiles like this. And we don't really want it like that. We would want it like this, times 5 probably, times 2 probably. And let's take it over just a little tad on the Y. We can scale it down just a little bit, guys. So we're just exactly perfect. We'll take it a little bit on the X here. So it kind of looks like that. Yeah, because we'll have the same floor in here probably in the secret room that we've got in the other floors, so we can just leave it there. That would be right around the same tiling. But we don't want this secret place to be too obvious. This little hallway around here is just going to be the same color as the wall, so try to hide it a little bit so players have to try to find it and figure out how to get up there. I'm not actually sure how we're going to hide it, to be honest. Falafel says, "Sup, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We are coloring up all of the different sections of this model now. These are just all test textures from other games that I've made. We're just trying to get an idea of what it would look like with different colors, floors, walls, roof, grass, that kind of thing. These guys are going to be different. We got to straighten up some of these because these will probably be, this top probably will be concrete and stuff, but these bricks will probably still be the matching bricks. So we should go, let's go back here so we can see our bricks. And we need to find these guys. Let's rotate them. We need to straighten these up. We can actually line them up here. This would be kind of cool. So what we need to do is find, all right, this, let's go, yeah, yep, this one first. We can go line this up here. And once we get close, like we learned last week, we can go vertex snapping. Beautiful, those bricks line up close enough. The colors variation is going to be off just a tad, but it's still, from a distance, it will look right. Could always go take it to the other one. I think that lineup looks a little bit better, especially from the distance. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that looks probably pretty good. And we're actually lined up decent on here because we want these like lines on the bottom. But like I said, we're probably have to grab all of this. I was talking about it yesterday and move it up just a little bit, scale up just a tad so we can get maybe, you know, just a little bit of an even, you know, the mortar line on both the top and the bottom. But let's go ahead and grab these guys now. And we can line this one up. Let's go ahead and get it off snapping. You know, Thomas said I need the afternoon cup of coffee. I'm actually not a coffee drinker. Or energy drinks or anything like that. So, yeah. I don't know what's going to be the pick-me-up. All right, let's go here. I was gonna say that's beautiful, but it's actually not beautiful. It's kind of ugly. That one's even uglier. Let's see if we just put it in the same position, if it lines up all right. He started a brew and it's gonna be ready in 4 minutes. How do you do your coffee? Do you do any kind of fancy coffee? Ready in 4 minutes. That doesn't sound like no Keurig cup. Are you like a pour over guy? You do anything fancy? PLP says rude. All right, let's see. These bricks, they look bad everywhere we place them. Let's see if we line them up here. They look bad. Let's see if we line them up here. That little bitty brick right there around the edge is probably the best we're going to get. So that's lined up. And let's see if we're lined up on this one. We are not. That's poop. That's not good because we are lined up here. And, well, this one's actually not... The inside isn't lined up, is it? It's lined up here and here, but it's not here and here. So like I said, we are going to have some trouble getting all of these to be just perfect. But we're going to hide these the best way we can because this is all lined up. We can't move this, so these bricks not totally lining up. They don't actually need to be. These are separate models anyways. So like it doesn't really matter. Like if you're thinking about actual architecture, they wouldn't line up unless it was all one piece. And we're kind of acting like this is a ledge just shoved in front and it wasn't built as one piece. But it still looks, it would look better if they did line up. But what we'll do is obviously we'll have something like this in the way so you guys won't be able to really, so players won't be able to really tell. Something like this. So you'd have to sit here and be like walking your camera around and be like, oh, it's off by 4 centimeters. So, you know, that's probably going to be about like what we'll do. Thomas says French press. Haha. Yeah, you're like my brother. He does like you know, fancy coffee stuff. So I'm guessing you've got like your coffee beans and you got to mess with it yourself. That seems like a whole lot of work to me. Maybe I'll try yours and see if it's good. Maybe you'll turn me into a coffee drinker. I like the flavor of coffee ice cream, but I don't like actual coffee, hot coffee. I don't really like it. Sometimes an iced coffee might be all right, but it has a little bit of a strong aftertaste. I don't know, and I don't need to be just drinking like sugary drinks all the time. So, you know. Falafel says, came here from Tilting Tile stream yesterday. Your game is really hard. Like, I barely finished the first level. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're playing Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix. Yeah, I remember you from yesterday. But yeah, you should play the original. It's much easier and it teaches you the concepts a little bit better. Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix is very hard. You really have to be thinking deeply about all the places. The secret to beating that game is really analyzing the entire map and trying to figure out where the best place to take multiple items in one move is. And the problem with it being hard is usually there's a couple places on the maps where you could move with a special move or something like that and grab multiple items with one single move. But some of them might be placed in an area where the backtrack might actually cost more moves. So if you're like planning out move by move, there's like a lot of calculating you have to do in your head of like, okay, well, I could save 2 moves here and 2 moves here and 2 moves here. However, this one out of the 3 will take 4 moves to get to, and both of these are on the natural path. So you have to go this way to get all the way, and then that one will be last. But it's the hardest one to figure out and play. The only way to do it is sometimes trial and error if it's just too complicated to calculate all the moves out in advance. I really feel like the first Tilting Tiles games kind of prepares you for it a little bit better if you've beaten that whole game. And I think Micro Challenge is a little bit more balanced. It's pretty tough. Micro Challenge had the last 5 levels of Micro Challenge are like back to how I like to design puzzles, like pretty tough, and there's a lot of routing that you can think of. Yeah, good luck. I'm glad you're playing the game. I hope you enjoy it. If it's too hard and you hate it, I'm so sorry. we have other offerings in the Tilting Tile series and just other games in general. But glad you're here and glad you've joined the stream. Welcome, welcome. And PLP says, I like how coffee spells, but never drink it. I'm kind of with you there, PLP. We pretty much agree on that. Falafel says, never drink coffee, to be honest. And Thomas says, oh, bro, this coffee is amazing. Threw in some half and half. It's so creamy and delicious. All right, well, I'll have you try. You can make that for me sometime. I'm sure we'll link up one day in the future, and I'll take your word for it. And then we'll see. We'll see if coffee can be my thing. But for right now, I don't think so. Isaac, my brother's name is Isaac. He tries to get me to try it. He does like all the fancy beans and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. Don't know about that. All right, let's get these fixed, and then we'll put a floor up here so we're really getting an idea. We shifted that wall a little bit of how these bricks and all the colors are going to be lined up. And then once we get all this, guys, once we get everything kind of lined up how it's going to need to go, we're going to have to do a little bit of tinkering in the future, probably when we have our custom textures. But this is going to give us a good idea on what we're looking at. And then from there, what we can do is we can start building our actual textures that we're going to use for this game. We might do that on stream tomorrow. Maybe. Might do some more modeling, some new models for this. Or I've noticed that everyone really likes it when I put Unity game engine in the title, and maybe we'll do some work, some level design work, some coding work, some test models out there in the game engine. Because I had fun last night. Like I said, I was working on Maze, off of this stream, and I got just a tad bit of. I hadn't really. Well, I had to do some cool programming problems. I had to solve some when I was writing the new code for micro challenge to be able to shrink and grow. And there's a lot of code behind the scenes to where you can't grow when you're in a small area, and you can only pass through certain areas if you're small, and if you're big, you fall and all that kind of stuff. So that code was kind of regular, but there was a time when I was starting it, I actually rewrote how most of the actual base code worked for the regular tilting tiles controller from the original game. A lot of it was reworked to be more efficient, and I solved a lot of code problems in my head. And that challenge was like every once in a while I really like to program and go, wow, solve a cool problem. And I kind of got that feeling last night when I was working on Maze. I was like, yo, this actually worked. It worked on my first try. I thought of a couple things to make sure it wasn't going to break, because I saw ahead of time that there was going to be some situations where if you were trying to do the super pad jump and you press jump, it would mess it up. Or you also needed to be in a certain position and no longer gravity wasn't affecting you. You didn't start the super jump until you were inside of a certain area and also on the actual launch pad itself. So once I figured it all out and I tried it, I got the code working my first try. I was like, nice. I think it's time to do a little bit more programming. So maybe we'll do some new Pitterpot enemies and do some programming there. And you guys might have some fun with that. We can maybe do some new enemies and have Pitterpot running around and doing some stuff like that. I'm thinking maybe we got to do some new collection. We can't just have seeds that you pick up and boxes that you break. That's old TreeFall stuff. That's baby stuff. We got to have some new things like Spyro the Dragon. We're going back to Spyro. There was a lot of different boxes to make collecting items fun. You had regular boxes that you could flame or charge, and then gems would pop out. You had regular gems on the floor. You had metal boxes that you couldn't flame. You had to charge. And then you had some boxes to where you couldn't charge it. You had to flame it, and then the gem would shoot out, and then you had to jump and grab it to break the box before it would land back in the box. So they did a lot of creative things way back in the day. And, it's time for us to do something nice and creative, a new way for Pitterpot to collect some seeds. Maybe we'll look into that. I need to go through a giant checklist of everything that needs to be done for this game. And, from there, maybe we can do some fun streams. Might take a break on the hub modeling and start one of the first levels. I'm sure everyone would be interested in that. Probably doing, like individual models for the levels, and then start placing them around, talk about level design on why the level is going to come together the way it is, what what the challenge of this level is, what it's designed around, that kind of thing. Maybe we'll do some of that. So, yeah. All right, I think this might also have some trouble lining up because the outsides here are lined up, and it looks like actually it doesn't really matter because these aren't lined up and that's not lined up. So yeah, this will be fine. So we're grabbing this one, this face over here, because we're gonna line up all the inside walls to the outside walls, and then everything will tile correctly when we get there eventually. So this is our outside wall that we're trying to line up to. So we're gonna click all of this. We're gonna turn snapping off. We're gonna line him up down here. And we're gonna go here, snap it to the wall, and that looks like it lines up just perfect. Those bricks are exactly the right colors, and you can tell where the bricks are. And then this one is lined up, and then now we can just go from here to here. All right, guys, it's looking good. We're getting good progress here. Also, just wanted to shout out everybody who's still hanging out and watching the stream. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it so much. Yesterday was crazy. Like I mentioned, the stream was really popping off. We had a lot of people watching for quite a while, and we actually went around 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours yesterday. So our watch time was pretty solid when it was all said and done. We're getting close to YouTube partnership status, so we're really trying to pump it up hard and get enough hours in to make our YouTube partnership, because we definitely pull in enough random views on some of my evergreen tutorial and game development advice videos that it would have been nice if we would have been able to have all of that ad revenue. But yeah, a little bit of an extra income stream will help TreeFall Studios stay in business. So thanks for enjoying and watching our YouTube videos. All right, those bricks are lined up. Oh, the floor is going to be looking cool once we get all these lined up. This is looking great. Let's go here and here. Let's grab these guys. Gotta get a drink of water. I've been talking fast and furious. Thomas says he's raking in the YouTube money. Let's go, bro. I bet you are. You got that one video. You got real lucky. You hit algorithm pretty hard on your how much money I made for publishing 3 mobile games video. I saw this morning it was up to 82,000 views. It was actually, I've already seen that video, and it was suggested to me on my homepage. And I'm like, oh, I think they're starting to suggest it out a little bit more. So you got some high quality views on that. And you got a bunch of other great videos that have some good views. He says I made $5 or $6 last month. Bro, that is, people underestimate how much little things add up. If I could add in a little bit of YouTube income with my Patreon income, that would be just the little bit of a boost that it goes along with the Steam income to really just push those PlayStation sales. All of it, when it's all wrapped up and said and done, every little bit, it's all worth it. One of my smallest income drivers, I talked about it on my income video. In case you guys are game developers out there and looking to make income, I have a video called my 6 sources of income or something like that, and I talk about my t-shirt sales. I actually have merch. Now you guys can check out the links below. Should be active on this video. We have a store on TeePublic, and we have a bunch of designs, logos, games, game logos, the letter bears, and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, you guys can pick up shirts there, but randomly every once in a while, it's such a small income driver, but it doesn't take a lot of money. It just takes time just for you to set it up. And every once in a while, I'll just wake up and then boom, I will have sold a couple of shirts overnight. I've sold maybe 10 to 15 shirts lifetime. So not a lot, but outside of the ones that we've purchased, obviously. But sometimes, people will pick them up, and then you make $5 or $6 here or there. And boom, it all adds up. So you should look into it. I will buy a t-shirt with your company logo on it if you put one out, Thomas. And let's see. PLP's got some comments coming in. He says, "Whoops, how long are we keeping this party going last month? Last month, let's see. Let's yeah. I don't know if I can stream all month, but maybe that's what if we can hit 1,500 subs. Actually, this needs to be like my 50,000 sub challenge or something like that. Stream for a month straight, just go to sleep on the stream and get back up and then do game development. Everyone just goes to sleep with stream running. They all get up and we're all like, all right, let's keep this going. It's got to last 1 month. How many subs can we get in 1 month? But yeah, he said, how long is the stream going today? And he says he needs to play more Big Brain Academy. He had a ADHD moment. At least 5 or 5:15 today. We got about an hour left on our work time. Probably going to get a lot of good work done in the next little bit. But yeah, I'm usually trying to go for, if I got time, I'm going to try to do 2 hour streams at a time. Sometimes we got to cut them about an hour. But today we can probably hit 2 hours. We started at 3. So if we push it all the way to, sometimes I like to push it a little bit past 5 because it seems like the moment we get past 5, we get a lot of random viewers in. So I like to grab those and talk to them and wave and say, welcome to the stream. And if you have never heard of TreeFall Studios, this is who we are. I feel like a lot of people, at least on my coast, get off work around 5, and seems like we pull in some extra traffic. So 5:15 is kind of the goal. 5:30 might be, and something possible one day. Probably not today because I gotta cook some dinner for me and the wife in just a little bit. So, because we got some plans tonight with some friends, and I'm making dinner today, so probably can't go much past 5:15. So we got about an hour left in the stream. Thanks for asking, PLP. I hope Thomas is out there working on his merch store as we speak, so I can purchase a shirt by the time the stream is over. Let's put this on top. Let's put this here. Let's go ahead and line this up. Got to zoom in, zoom out. Where are we? Let's go this little one. This is the one we need. Let's go over here. Cooking is too time consuming. I throw together a salad with beans or tuna. That's pretty healthy, at least. I know you've been doing great on your diet recently. And yeah, I've been having to cook a little bit more recently. Been trying to do better. I've been trying to become a better cook. Going out to eat is horribly expensive, and depending on where you go to eat, food can be highly bad for you. This looks beautiful, guys. I'm just telling you, these bricks. Okay, just look at the zoom in. This brick, I'm using my finger, but I'll just use the mouse. This is exactly how the brick would look right there on that side. This is exactly how that brick would look. You can see that would be the edge of it. You couldn't lined it up better than that. So this part's done, and it lines up here, lines up all the way around, and connects to our outside. So it looks like we have actual architecture, that we designed this with a purpose, and we did. Thomas says, don't tempt me. It could be your first commission. It could be your first commission. I'll wear it in my YouTube videos, and you can wear a TreeFall Studio shirt in yours. Cross-pollination. And then PLP says, between Ring Fit and working on art, I got no time to sizzle that in. Can't repeat that. No cursing in the chat, PLP. You know it, bruh. Inflation since 2020 for food specifically has been insane. Food has been going up like crazy since 2020, and in the last couple of years, it has gone up much, much worse. Food specifically, even with the rest of the U.S. economy, inflation was coming down just a tad, still up much higher than it should be. But that factor that they normally figure in does not include food. Food prices are still rising. It's crazy. I mean, me and my friends were having a debate. We would, for the few restaurants that we would go to, we would see how quickly they would raise the price. And even somewhere even for fast food, guys, like my friend, he would eat a lot of Chick-fil-A, and at one point prices were changing on his exact same order on a bi-weekly basis. And I was like, dude, it's just crazy. And now not even just the price increases. The tip problem in America has gotten out of control. I don't know for all of our, overseas viewers, if you're in the EU or any of those other countries, I don't know how tipping is over there. But in the United States, you can walk into a business now that does not serve you whatsoever, and they will flip an iPad around at you and shove it in your face and ask for a 30% tip. It's just absolutely bonkers. It's bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. And with the prices of food increasing and the tips increasing, people feel bad and they feel like they got to give higher tips. Makes your prices of meals going out. Me and my wife could used to go and we would eat out on dates, back in college, 5 years ago or something like that. Our most expensive meals would be $28 or $28, and now you can't eat anywhere for like an actual restaurant. For everything that used to be $25 to $28 is like $40, $45. Half the time you're hitting 50 with a tip. We do not drink alcohol, so there's no expensive drinks on that either. And it's just crazy how much the food has exploded. Ben Josh says food is so expensive. Thomas says we have 10 chickens. I'm so very glad I don't have to buy eggs anymore. And PLP says have not been to a place like that, but I don't live in California. So yeah, I'm telling you what. Well, we don't live in California either. Thank goodness. No offense if we got any California fans in there in the chat. But it's expensive as nuts out there, that's for sure. All right, let's get these floors done and taken care of. We're going to put this on here. This is not going to match up with our other. Let's go ahead and make sure we're on about the same scale. That's a little smaller. That's about right. We need to go a little bit bigger. Let's go like 2. That's probably about right. That looks okay-ish. And then this part is probably going to be matching this wall, but this will be concrete. This will be different. We could probably do this so you guys can see this. We can probably change this guy to our roof material. Although the roof material is not actually included in this model. I wonder if I could just make a new one. New. And can I go find the roof? It's probably this one. Assign. It is that one. All right, guys. That looks all right. But yeah, so sorry guys for all the food price craziness. Hopefully we can get that settled down soon. Because I'm telling you what, gotta save money, gotta cook. Even cooking indoors at your home, going to the grocery store is also wild. It's also highly expensive. This is going to be one of those textures that I don't know if we're going to be able to do this right either. It will maybe have a little bit of a seam. I try my best so we don't have any seams, but this might be kind of hard to do. Let's see if we can unwrap it and straighten them out and then line them up. So let's go here and let's rotate them like this. Yeah, something about like that. And let's get the snapping off so we can see here. Let's scale on the X. Let's make sure. Scale on the X by 0. This experiment might not work out, guys, but we're going to try it anyways. It's game development is a lot of trial and error, especially when we don't always know what to do. But when you problem solve something, it will be very satisfying. Ben Josh says, my wife and I like to eat eggs for the most of our meals as a meat substitute, but would get those large bulk box of eggs from Sam's Clubs. It jumped up to $28 at one point, and finally is back down to $6.50. Yeah, there was a huge crisis with the egg prices for a little while. It was pretty nuts. I noticed that myself. I usually eat at least 2 eggs every day. Usually eat eggs in my lunch. I usually do like a breakfast type thing for my lunch and kind of skip breakfast. So I do usually eat them, and they are much cheaper now. But food prices at the grocery store in general are still pretty high. We're going to straighten all these up by scaling these on the Y by 0. Scaling these on the Y by 0. And honestly, I think this probably will work. We got a little bit of curving here in the texture. I don't know if we'll be able to stretch this out. If we do something like this, if it will be less noticeable. We don't need to scale it just yet because we need to scale these together at the same time so we can get this to match up. So let's try that, guys. Let's see how we can do on this. Let's grab all of these. Whoops, clicked off into randomness. Let's go ahead and grab that back. Thanks for tuning in to the stream again, everyone. I could see we've got plenty of viewers popping in and out. Welcome to the Chill Game Development Zone. We're working on a game that's going to be on PlayStation and on Steam. And it might not look like much now, but in a year from now, it's going to be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Also, if you're out there checking out the channel and you have not subscribed, again, I'll just go ahead and shout that out. We are now 3 subscribers away from 1,400 subscribers. That is our next goal. It would be awesome if we could hit that by the end of the day. We might be able to, because last night, after stopping the stream, we got like 1 subscriber or 2 subscribers during the stream, and then after stream, we got 3 overnight. So maybe when this stream goes out, we will hit our 1,400. All right, Mechyan Games is back. Welcome back to the stream. Did not know you were gone, and now I'm sad and so happy you're here. But yeah, I was talking about you. I told David today that you were the one who introduced me to him. So now we have something off here. This looks a little weird. So this kind of looks like we didn't do any of this scaling yet. So that scale looks okay, but then this side is this the same scale? This one looks a little bit more squished. I don't know why. But let's see if my method is gonna work. Probably these aren't, none of these are upside down. They're doing the right direction, so I don't think my idea is gonna work. Let's get the snapping off. Are we constraining the image bounds? Let's scale on the X by 2. Yeah, that's let's unscale that. Let's scale on the X by like 0.5. That's directly down the middle. Probably gonna have to do a different unwrapping technique to get this, but oh well. There's something off here. We can obviously see that this did not turn out right. It's these ones right here. Like, let's grab... Oh, I've turned it into one thing and I can't grab it. Shoot. I think it's this. I guess I could just do this. Yeah, and then just scoot it over just a tad. So for some reason what we got here... Excuse me, guys. When we were straightening these up, something didn't come across right. The scaling is not correct between each of these. And they are exactly, if we look at the model, they're exactly the same scale, basically. So what we need to do is we need to make them all, we can make this technique work if we can get all of these the same distance apart. But doing that all by hand is going to be a little bit wonky. So yeah, we'll see how we can do. Ben Josh says, I think I got you some more. I made a post about it. Yo, thanks for sharing out the channel and stream. Mechyan says, had to go. Sorry about that. I was just messing with you, man. You don't have to be in the stream every day. But I appreciate you tuning in, hanging out, and watching. It's been a blast. Appreciate it a lot. And Space My Name says, it looks like straw a bit. Yeah, it kind of does. It looks a little weird. We're trying to get... Well, I mean, over here, it doesn't even look right. We're over the bricks. Sorry about that. We can look at the shingles here. But, yeah, we can fix this. Because let's go with... Well, let's find out where they look the best. It's probably here. Somewhere in the middle. They look the least stretch right around here. So the problem is what we needed to do is we didn't really need to scale these. Because like we didn't need to scale them on the straighten them up here because they actually need to be like if you guys know what I'm trying to say, this kind of needs to be like this. You know, it needs to get a little bit slimmer each way. So if I just did this again and unwrapped, yeah, it basically needs to be like this. But not like that, you know what I mean? Like it needs to be shrunk up. Let's put it back. But yeah, we might just leave this and keep going on something else so we can get a little bit more progress done because this is going to take a little bit of tinkering. Because maybe this part, like, let's see what this looks like when we're moving this. Yeah, that's a little too small. So like we're going to try to get like the scaling of this to this. So if we pull that up, that's like about, it's like point, what is that? 0.4.39 difference rounded or so. So we would need to just take all of these and just plus 0.39, 0.39 on each row so we can scoot them over enough. Like, so this would be 44539 on that would be 4784. Is that right? So 484. Like if I do this 0.484. Yeah, that's the right scale, right? Is that Mighty Math on live stream, everyone? I think it is. But then we need to move back all of these. You know, this one need to. I would get a calculator for this. It's going to take too long to do it in my head. But I think like that if we stretched them out, then we could get the scale about right here. And then what we would do is like change the scale like a little bit here, like more like this, and then scale these, and then all the way down to get them straight. But for now, we get the gist. This is got some shingles on the roof. That's all we're going to do. And we're going to fix all the rest of these inside ones because these are all messed up. Because this will look pretty cool, but especially by tomorrow. I don't know if we'll do it by the end of this stream. We can put it back in the game engine. Now that we've got all this unwrapped a little bit, and we already tested it with the bricks and the game engine and stuff and ran around in it. We're putting some models and stuff in there. But it will look pretty cool with at least some extra colors on it, and then we can really see what it looks like and start running around and playing in it. It'd be a lot of fun. So let's see. Where are you? Let's go ahead and rotate these. I think this is actually upside down. It is. We need to do another 180. Yeah. This is such a cool room, guys. Can't wait for people to find this in the game. Man, I also got another idea. I mean, I don't want to, like, I enjoy talking to you guys about the random TreeFall Studios news and stuff while we're on the live streams. So, you know, if you don't tune into our live streams, you might miss some kind of little tidbit of some cool TreeFall Studios news because I kind of talk out some of my ideas with you guys since you are just tuning in and hanging out. I don't want to spoil too much, but you know, I feel like the TreeFall Studios Summer Games experience this year was like a step up, and I felt like it was really a bit better than some of our other showcases. And you know, I really, really care about the TreeFall Studios Developers Conference, which we do every year. We've been changing up the timing of that. That's basically become our fall show, and then we do one in the summer. Oh, this is messed up. We're really gonna have to work on this one here. This has some oddities. I wonder if we have some actual mesh problems. We're gonna have to take a look in here a little deeper and make sure we're all lined up. But I'm really starting on the momentum of the Summer Games experience. I'm really hoping to, like, you know, bring an awesome show this fall. And I got a new idea when I was trying to think of what news that could surprise our older fans and what games we would have to display. Because, you know, you guys know Maze will be there because I'm working on that off stream. And I want to surprise you guys with an awesome new Maze game. But And, you know, obviously this will probably have a trailer because by that time it should at least be playable. It might not even have an update trailer. It might just be at this point, the way we're working on this game, you know, just a teaser at the end or something like that. But I was trying to think of what the secret announcements could be, and man, I got some cool ideas for old TreeFall fans, that's for sure. If you've been around for a while, I think you might be surprised. Let's go here. And I guess what we can do is, it doesn't look like there's any weird vertices. I guess I didn't really check too well. Yeah, that's all one piece. And this is all one piece. Control S time. I just realized we hadn't saved in quite a while. Looks like just the unwrap just didn't do that well. So I guess we can probably just put these all in the same positions and get this all fixed up. So this is, let's get it on the Y first. Exactly the same. No, I mean the X first would probably be better. Yeah. All right, PLP is the oldest and #1 TreeFall fan in the universe. He's got some thoughts on the conference. He says, "Scrap, Pet Rock, Lost Tiki, Outer Realm Remastered, Journey of Special Average Balloon 2, Journey Special Average Balloon re-release, Letter remake." Jeez, expect to see all of those the next conference. Yeah, you sound like Nintendo fans out there, bro. Everyone's ready for every Nintendo game, every single direct. I can't do that. Can't give you all of those, but I can say that some of those that you maybe have guessed might make an appearance. But which ones you won't know, will you? Until the conference. And if you guys remember, our biggest conference, the one that we did when we announced Tilting Tiles for the first time, that was the biggest season that TreeFall Studios had ever had in terms of revenue and stuff. We did that giant 2021 TreeFall Studios Developers Conference, and then right after it, after the show, that's when we brought in the big green screen, and a lot of my friends came and helped me film it, and it was on the green screen. The last couple of conferences I've just done with the setup in the office. We're going to probably do the green screen again this year and try to keep up the production value. But that year we went straight into a live presentation directly after the conference. And then we had, you know, some TreeFall Studios contractors and players with us. We were just playing some of the games live, talking about them in more depth, answering questions, hanging out with you guys. And now that we're so into the live streams, I've been doing these every day and all of that kind of thing. Did I already get this X matching? I did, without working without paying attention. I'm thinking of doing another big live thing just like that. And I think it will be a blast. Straighten that up with X on the 0. We're almost here on this one. Straighten that up with X on the 0. And then probably that this X value needs to match this. This one needs to match this one. Scoot that over a tad. Does it already match? So yeah, I will come up with some cool ideas. See, that one did not match. So this one is, let's just go ahead and make sure, 286113. What? What is happening? I swear I just copied and pasted that like 3 times. We need to scale this up on 0, scale this up on 0. And then this is 28611. Copy that. 28613. I hit enter like 4 times. I did that over and over, and it keeps going back to 2851979. I don't know what's up with that one. Let's look at this wall and just see if this looks all right. I think we fixed our little texture issues though. It's got a little bit, there's like a ever so slight curve in the brick. It's super slight. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's just like a little angled down. So we didn't get this. So some of these scales, this is a little angled. So let's see. This would be because we need to go up a little. Need to get that perfectly straightened out. That's better. A little bit better. As far as the pet rock guest goes, though, the rock trainer, that was her April Fool's joke one year. And I don't think that people were real serious. That was an April Fool's joke. And then we're like, we're actually going to release it because we were. But I'm sure it would actually sell a lot, to be honest. Rock Simulator, that sounds like a win to me. But yeah, that probably is never going to happen. Unless we're just absolutely raking in the dough and we can just spend time wasting on something silly just for our fans when revenue doesn't really matter. We got a very interesting issue here. This is a little off, and I don't know how to fix it too well. I could just project from view. Honestly, we might do that. This might be the one case that we could fix this little texturing issue. We can project it from view on wrap because it doesn't actually need to wrap around to the outside. That's why I wanted it on the same scale because I wanted it to match the outside bricks and stuff. But it doesn't really need to match up exactly because the only way that we're connecting to the outside is this, and this kind of stops the brick. So if it's a little bit different, we'll just get it, eyeball it close. Yeah, you have PLP says a rock game would be a good gag. You have all these stats, but the rock does nothing like an idle game. Maybe you can get more rocks like a rock garden. Yeah, that was like literally that was like the whole thing we were gonna do is like you would feed it, you would talk to it, you would play with it, you would spend time with it. You know, you would do all these things that would increase like your pet and or whatever, and then it would be like rock does nothing, rock sits idle, rock whatever, and nothing would ever happen. But you would be like leveling up, and then you could unlock like outfits, and like you just put on an outfit on your rock, or dress up the environment around your rock. But no matter what you would do, the rock would just do nothing. you know Pretty funny stuff. That was when I was just killing it back in the day. Those were good TreeFall years too. um Definitely good TreeFall years. Actually, you know what, before we do this, before we start messing this up, I actually think we could probably straighten these out and get this not looking so curved, because I just realized we straightened up the top, and then I pulled it up just a tad, but this is not straight. This needs to scale on the Y by 0. See how that just snapped into place. This is not straight, and we actually need to I probably shouldn't have moved the top. That's what was causing it to be a little curved. So I think if we let's go back some. How many Control Z's do we have? I'm scared that I'm going to move something that I don't need to move. Where did it come down? Yeah, we need to go back a bunch. Put those back into place, put those back into place. Control Z, going backwards. Let's find out where we moved it all. Did I miss it? Did I do it too long ago? All right, well, we're back to where we were, so we might have to pull this down. We'll know how to pull the top down. So this guy didn't move, so this Y value is what these need to be. So we do this. Is that the same Y value? It's not. So this is what I don't understand. So this is 27,809. If we do 27,809, it doesn't move at all. I don't understand what is happening. Snapping is turned off. It doesn't really matter. It works for everything else. Like if I type in 27,809 for this, whoa, it doesn't move that either. Huh. What is going on? Why did these move and the other ones? I see. Okay, why won't it let me go this way for some reason? What is happening? It'll let me do it this. It'll let me G grab it and then move it around, but it won't let me go higher for some reason. And it won't let me go to the right. This is something I'm not understanding about these UV unwraps. Very odd. Very odd. If anyone knows what the solution to that is, let me know. I wonder if I've selected something. Mode, extend, subtract, extend, select, UV mode. Sticky selection mode. Okay. A little confused on that. Let's see how the wall's looking now when we straighten that up at least a little. So yeah, we straightened it up so it looks straight here, but it still has a little bit of a curve down here around these curved edges, and that's because this is not totally on scale. This does need to come up, and then that should fix that little bit of a curve. I just don't know why I'm not getting the ability to do that. I need to think about that. Megan says the game sounds more complex than Jumping Burger. Well, it technically would be. You'd have to do a lot of coding to get that to work, to give you all the different unlocks and display messages and things that you could do. And the longer you spent time with your rock, you would unlock more activities, but then it would just be gags because every activity you would do, the rock would sit there and do nothing. That was probably one of our best April Fool's jokes for sure. We hadn't done an April Fool's in a long time, but yeah. So if I G grab this, I can move it. G grab this, I can move it. G grab this, I can move it. So if I just do G on the Y, 27809, is that what we're looking for? G on the Y, 27.809. And then it just goes right back. Why does it do that? It does not let me... Doesn't let me do that, but if I G it on the Y and then I just scroll up to 27809, it just does it. Let's see if that straightens it up. It does for the most part, except for we still got a little bit of an issue here, and I think it's probably because of this stuff. I don't remember where it was beforehand. I just moved it up like a little bit. Should be down some. And then this one is 27809. Fix that side. I think these bricks are about as close as we're gonna get them, but I was gonna say we can line them up and find out. So if we take this piece and we go back to snapping mode and we lock it into place. Yeah, now we can figure out exactly how off we are. Oh yeah. So what we should do is should go. Let's take this guy, scoot him. Yeah, see, I knew this was gonna be a problem. Let's scoot him over just a tad. Man, that became one now. All right, we're gonna do this so long. Scoot him over just a tad. Let's get all this back together. And then now we can figure out the heights here and we can do some scaling. Let's scale this. Scale the Y by 0. Straightened up. Now we need to go to this Y. This is 27665. If it doesn't let us do it, it did for this one for some reason. And I moved that down, obviously. I didn't mean to do that. $27,665. All right, we came down a little bit. Okay, and then now we need to come down to 27,443. We need to get these guys, this top part, these guys. So let's come down to 27,443. Should be good there. And then to match this up, 25, 585. Let's do these. I scaled these, but I'll scale them again. Just scaling them by 0 got us in. And then I guess we can just take this, to be honest. We have snapping on. Now let's take a look at it. Oof, guys. Did not correct the issue. We are snapped and we are lined up right beside it. Yeah, there it is. I thought I took care of that. 27, 4, 3, 3. So we need these. Scale on the y by 0. 27, 4, 3, 3. That'll line us up there. But honestly, let's take the curve back. Let's take this one out of it. 4, 3, 3. It lines us up on the walls. Looks pretty good all around the door. We'll line up on that wall, and we'll have the slightest dip right here, but it's literally not noticeable. So I think that's good. I think we'll go on from there. Man, you guys are still tuning into the stream. Hope you're having fun as we get some of these complicated texturing problems going on. And I guess we can go with this wall, and we can fix this one. And we'll just line it up to the back of this. So we go here. Let's see what time it is. 4:52. Man, we're crushing time. Time is flying by. Keeps on slipping into the future. Game development is a long process, everybody. All right, we got that wall lined up. We got some weird faces here. Are these facing outside or just inside? This is just inside. At this point, we don't really need that connector anymore. We could probably delete that floor. But in case we change our floor height or anything like that, we're going to leave it all for now. It'll be okay. That's not too many faces and polygons hanging out in the middle of nowhere. Oh man, the yawn's coming back in. Yesterday, I got a second wind towards the end of the stream. I was just feeling so energized. We were having fun. We were chatting about TV shows. And I was not really wanting to end, even though we had to go. Today, I'm feeling a little bit tired. I didn't come over the slump. I needed some of Thomas's coffee. Now I'm feeling ready to take a nap, even though I cooked dinner instead. All right, we got this lined up, but it just looks odd. Maybe it's just my perspective. Yep, and that should line up this one. It's got a little bit of a repeat in a little odd spot, but I think it looks fine. PLP says, ooh, I got a great stream discussion. Talk it. Let's talk about the current political landscape. Bro, I knew you were going to say something dumb. I was like, oh my God. I knew you were going to be like, just come out of blue. I thought you were going to say something worse than that. But I'm like, of course. I was like, oh, I get a great discussion topic. I bet you do, bro. I bet you do. Killing me. All right, guys, we're going to put some floor here to change up this room. And we're going to go here. Oh, man, our unwrap is already. Here we go. Thomas says, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, PLP, he's a jokester, that one. Trying to get us all in trouble. Let's see. This probably about the right scale from here to here. It's a little bigger, but a little bit bigger. Worse than that. Well, I just thought you were going to make some inappropriate joke or something. Not worse than that. There's really nothing worse than politics anymore because everyone hates everyone, uh, basically, in politics. Everyone has done the what they should not have done, and everyone has turned politics into identity, and they reside so closely to their parties held views that they dislike people who think differently than them. And people in America have trouble talking to each other these days. All right, we are going to unwrap here, but don't get me started. I'll get on a heated discussion without even, talking about politics, just about people. Because people don't treat people in nice ways anymore. People don't take account into humanity. Let's go here. Oh, we got to rotate by 180 degrees. Flip that around. Going here and here. Flip this around. Going here and here. Everyone hates everyone. Well, you can come to Turkey. Yeah, well, not everyone. No, it's a little bit of an exaggeration. There's still a lot of great people here, but everyone has gotten real feisty around politics, Mekan, in the United States. It's a real contentious topic, heated debate. People really, really feel strongly about it now. They've wrapped their identities up in it, and people really like to argue. So that's a bit of a problem. I don't know how Turkey is. I've never been there, but I know it's got some beautiful places. That's for sure. I don't know anything about the political landscape there, though. Let's line all these up. We don't talk politics on this video game channel where we make family-friendly video games for everyone. Oh gosh. Let's go ahead and scale. Scale. These bricks are a little big. These might not be bricks. We might have to change this. Might do bricks all around and then this wall not be brick. The wall looks pretty good, but like 2 brick walls in a row, I don't know. This might be like a concrete wall and then like, or maybe this needs to be like concrete siding instead of brick, although it does look like it would make sense if it was brick. Let's scale this up on the Y. All right. Mostly all the arguing is just on Twitter, guys. People in real life still care about each other. And it would be pretty literal about Turkey. Every side of politics, we all hate each other. Oh, okay. Well, looks like the human condition continues. Depending on what country. Doesn't matter what country you live in. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know anything about Turkey, to be honest. That's not in my wheelhouse. I do know about some places, but I don't know much about Turkey, to be honest. All right, so the roof needs a little fixing. For some reason, I highlighted all of that, but we got a weird... What are these weird faces hanging out? These are the wall faces. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotta be one on this side. No? Where is that other weird face? Is it this one? Yep. Now we got the roof. Got some weird oddities here. Yeah, didn't want to unwrap right, even though we had seamed it up right. So we need to straighten this up, guys. Go here. Zippity doodah these up. Let's get this on the Y. Straighten these up first. Ooh. How are we doing that? Get this on the Y. POP. Kill me. Scale on the Y. Scale on the Y. Alright, now we need to get these guys all, not this guy. We need to all straighten this up on the X. Straighten this up on the X. Boom, 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 boom. Straighten that up, and boom. There we go. All right, guys, that should have us a straight ceiling here without any weird wobbly bricks That would look right. Now, I'll let you guys vote. All right, so either we're gonna go and let the bricks run across horizontal like this, or they should run vertical like this. We'll take a look at it. So this is what horizontal. Let's minimize this, and I guess we can go back to modeling so you guys can see it a little bit better. Whoa, we lost our view. Okay, modeling mode. All right, can I do it? Hold on. Yeah. Looks like we're so zoomed in. It just looks way too big. Let's go back to UV editing. Forget it. There we go. Yeah, you see it's like a little bit better on the camera perspective. All right, so here is our bricks running across the top that way. I don't know what kind of ceiling we're going to be using, but in case we reuse the bricks on the ceiling, this is what we're voting for. And then if we rotate it by 90 degrees, then this will be vertical bricks. So do you guys like bricks running across this way, or do you like them running this way? Horizontal or vertical? Take your vote. I have no idea. Can't decide. I think they kind of look fine if you are going to have a brick ceiling. I'm not sure which way it would be. I think it looks kind of fine for both. We'll probably have this be a different texture. This would be kind of cool, to be honest, if the instead of the bricks this way, this wall was like this. Thomas votes vertical. Let's see, let's go back, rotate it by 90 again. Yeah, I guess that runs because I guess that runs naturally across the roof. Megan says vertical, I guess. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll leave it vertical. Take your word for it. And then I guess if we're gonna leave, oh, this is upside down. I need to do 180. Man, you gotta put your shadows in your bricks. You gotta be careful about your bricks. Sometimes it'll look perfect and it'll line up and everything, but it'll be flipped upside down. There was a couple places like that in the original maze where like I had left something, just like one wall somewhere upside down and never noticed. And people would never notice, but they're just, you know, like the shadows are off just a tad. I honestly kind of like the bricks running straight up and down for this little wall here instead of having it like this, so we look a little different. If we do that here, what does it look like if we do it here too? Uh, let's do it here. This is potentially cool. Let's get the snapping off here. Let's go to image bounds and let's go here. Let's put these in the same place. And then let's unsnapped image bounds. And what we want to do is I'm going to grab these top vertices and then pull them up a little bit so we can get a little bit of that part in there. Probably want to pull these ones down just a little bit and go right about here. Whoa, it's not a menu. We need Control S, save before we break it. All right, guys, what do you think about the vertical bricks here too? I've sort of lined them up. They're not lined up exactly. I wonder if if I line them up exactly beside this one, then it would probably look better, to be honest. Let's try that. So let's see. All right, so this one. Yeah, this would probably line up about right, would it not? We go to vertex snapping, drop it in. Did that do anything? Or does it have to be in the same place? Let's go to 180 degrees. That doesn't do anything either, so I don't think I can line those up exactly perfectly on this side. Yeah, oh well. It's fine. I think this looks pretty cool. Can't spend all day on it. Got a lot of other texturing to do. Let's probably put that like there, and let's go back to this one. And let's put him up here a little bit. Boom. All right, guys. That looks pretty good. We got, I'm going to leave that like that for now with the weird bricks coming down vertically. Probably this, I don't think that looks right actually. Probably this will be a different texture wall because it'll be like standalone, kind of blocking this door off. But our inside room has some floor texture, a little bit of unwrap there. Roof is better, the walls match up, everything works here. This matches up, at least, all around perfectly. Some floor there. Man, it's really coming together. So we got floors in there, grass outside. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Oh, thanks for still hanging in here, guys. We've been streaming quite a long time. Still got some viewers in the chat. So thanks for keeping up with the stream. Like I said, I was going to try to go to about 5:15. So honestly, I'm going to just fix these walls. And then I think that that'll probably be it for today, or just about it. Then we can go through a little bit of discussion, talk about some TreeFall Studios stuff. Definitely advertise since you guys are hanging around and hanging in here. Gotta work on my marketing skills, you know? All right, so there's that wall. We'll start with this one being in the correct place. Wait, actually, oopsies. Yeah, actually what we need to do is we need to do this first. We need to match it up to there. So this one is actually upside down. We need to do a 180. Let's go here. All right, now it's matched up. So that way we can do this wall first. And we can go here. And so what this wall needs to do is get rid of snapping for a sec. It needs to match up about right there, I think. All right, so now our outside that matches up with everything, it loops correctly right around here and loops correctly right into here. And so now what we need to do is we'll take this one, we need to match this wall to it. Let's go find it. Here we go, it's been matched up, looks pretty good, guys. All right. All right, guys, let's go here. And we're gonna match this wall up, and that one's fixed. This is a bit awkward, I guess, actually, because I've been saying we're gonna add some extra floors to this, and we are. We're gonna add some more models in here. That's why we never textured this one, and I just completely forgot. I was just modeling away. I was just texturing away, actually, not modeling. But let's line all these up and let's build the floors and like see what they look like. These ones will still be lined up, so it's okay, I guess. Maybe it'll work out. And then this guy can go line up here. Boom, boom, boom. Man, it's looking good. I love these tiles. If only they would have been the tiles in Fio and Fripp, that would have made my day. All right, this guy is upside down. We need to find him in our UV map. Rotate him by 180 degrees. Let's go ahead and grab this and this and this. He needs to come in here. Now that loops around. That doesn't look exactly the best, so let's find a different spot for him. That one probably looks better. Yeah, it still tiles around all right, and then that one tiles about right. So our indoor is matching up everywhere, or our outdoor. It all looks pretty good. And then we got our nice tile floors. Bearded Beagle says, I'm here per the suggestion of Ben Josh. Welcome to the stream, Bearded Beagle. Glad you are here, and glad you check out Ben Josh's social media. Welcome, welcome. We are just about wrapping up today. We're working on this giant castle here, and this is going to be a hub world for a 3D platforming game in the future. And we've been lining up all of our textures. We've been getting bricks to go around all these walls. We've been putting some tiles on some floors. Our secret rooms all have lined up textures now. We put some grass out here. We put some textures in the hallway for our inner hallway. We got these secret rooms up here done. So we've been just texturing away. Most of these textures are actually just placeholders. They're from older games and stuff, but we're just using them to get a suggestion and an eyeball of lining up all the UVs so we have a good tile set to where when we make the new textures, we should be able to just drag them on there and they should work perfectly. But it has taken a lot of work to get to this point, and we're just about done with it, actually. We got a couple more. Obviously, these ones with a giant scale, these aren't touched yet. This is like one giant brick. This is a bunch of big bricks. Those aren't right. The texture of the grass is probably about the right size, but obviously this is placeholder grass. This is from maize, so yep. Yeah, and Ben Josh is waving hi in the chat to his buddy. So yeah, it's looking pretty good, guys. I think that this is looking pretty good for today. Well, we can fix this. Let's go ahead and find it. Let's go ahead and rotate by 90. It's actually upside down. We need to do a 180. We could probably, to be honest, everybody, we can probably line it up here and actually get this drawbridge to look good. We might as well line it up, to be honest, even though we don't really need to, because this won't really... This might be a brick bridge. It might match the castle walls, so we could use it on the same scale, but most likely not. Most likely it will be a different set of textures, but it won't hurt to be on the same scale and be lined up just in case we do decide to tile it around. So we can go ahead and line this little bit up, and then we'll most likely be basically done. Where is that guy? He's way over here. All right, so we're looking at it here, and we need to find this one, and we need to find our other one. Where is that? Wow, it's really far away. It's going to be the largest UV map scaling of all time, guys. Not sure this is technically the most efficient way to do it, but it's going to work, and it's not going to be too bad. All right, those bricks line up around the corner, and then we got one more set that we need to get. And let's go take this. Let's take it around. It's not upside down. It's actually in the correct position. Let's go snap it up here so it goes around. Those bricks line up, and they should automatically line up here, so that looks pretty good. And then... yeah, I think vertical is probably, per Thomas's suggestion earlier, the roof going vertical. It's probably a good idea. It automatically laid these ones out vertical for us, so we'll lay those out vertically. Let's go ahead and save that. The bridge looks pretty good. I think over here looks pretty good. That looks pretty cool, so yeah, we'll see. Right, so that leaves us with this weird platform with our concrete, this weird platform. These roof pieces, honestly, tomorrow we'll probably redo these roofs because we spent a lot of time cleaning up the geometry on the inside of this model, and it looks so much better now that we finished all that up, and it's going to be better for us in the game too, actually. It's going to be more efficient to run, so we'll probably delete these and remake them using this cleaned up geometry. This brick needs a texture that's not going to have the shingles on it, so yeah, we'll probably fix that up as well. But yeah, overall, you guys are getting a better idea of what this is looking like. Tomorrow's stream, we will probably finish up these few pieces that are not scaled right. We'll finish up these floor pieces, we did not do this. We'll probably rotate this wall, get this scale to fix these guys. We also probably have to do a little bit more geometry because I think these are facing the incorrect way, or at least this part is facing the incorrect way. There needs to be a roof. Um, it either needs to pull in here, or we need to come up. We need to move the roof up a little bit and then come up one more 2 meter wall. So there's actually it's rendering on the top and the bottom. So we'll see how that goes. We'll probably do that. And then maybe what we can do is all of our cool columns out here that we've built. We can maybe go ahead and do the texturing process and unwrap process for this. This is pretty clean geometry. It's looking pretty good. It's going to look really good in the game. So yeah, I think that's what our game plan for tomorrow is. Finish up some of these obscure texture spots and finish up, like, we'll probably take this and we'll probably wrap that around with brick like I was mentioning earlier. This we'll have to find some test textures for now, so we can get an idea of the unwrap and the scale, because those will probably be some concrete and a little bit different texture over there. So probably do that, but I don't know if we'll spend the entire day, because we've been spending a lot of time, like I said, on the hub world over the last couple of weeks on the stream, and it's come a long way. We basically started this I mean, I started this from just a cube, but when I started it on stream about a couple days in, like, there was not floor, there wasn't walls, there wasn't rooms, none of it. And we've gone through and made the model, cleaned up the model, seamed up the model, and started unwrapping it now. So it's come a long way. Definitely pretty cool. But I think overall we might do a little bit of engine playing tomorrow and see if we can make some new things like that. Maybe we can make a new enemy or something like that, so we can change up the stream. So let me go ahead. I think it's a little bit after we normally go, 5:17. So I think it's pretty good though. We got some viewers still tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and run through some of my outro stuff and go ahead and get you guys figuring out where you can find more TreeFall Studios content. All right, guys, I've been mentioning over and over and over in the stream, we're so close to our new goal. Our next goal on YouTube is 1,400 subscribers. Before we started the stream, we were 3 away. Who knows if we picked up some during the stream today. But if you are not subscribed to TreeFall Studios, if this is your first time here, first time checking out our videos or our streams, this channel is all about game development and indie games. I develop games and we share all of info about them on trailers, devlogs, and live streams like this. But I also have a big portion of my channel dedicated to helping people with zero game development experience get into the games industry. I have videos where I talk about my sales, how to get started, how to start game development studios, Unity tutorials, and all of that. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, be sure to join us on our journey, join the TreeFall tribe, and hit that subscribe button today. If you haven't already, you can drop the like button on this video. It helps YouTube just push out our content to more people who have never heard of TreeFall Studios before. If you want to go even deeper and you want to support the TreeFall Studios work, you want to support the channel and our games in development, you can check out our Patreon page. It's actually perfect timing. We got our Patreon supporters all across the bottom right here. I also have to give a personal shout out to Carmen Red, Overhyped Gamer, Sharkamino, and PLP. Thank you guys for what you do for TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. We really couldn't do what we do without you guys. It really makes a difference. Even the smallest donations, we have tiers of $1, $3, and $5. So very small amounts, and for that you get your names in the credits of our games. You get your names displayed on YouTube videos. You can get personal shout outs in YouTube videos. You get behind the scenes posts on a monthly to semi-monthly basis, so you can kind of know what's coming down the pipe from TreeFall Studios before the public does. And eventually on some games you actually get to beta test and play demos early, so you get all of that for the low price of $1, $3, or $5. So check out our Patreon page today if you have not before. Also, we were chatting about merch when we were talking to another developer friend of ours, Thomas, in the stream. You can check out the links below and you can buy a TreeFall Studios t-shirt. We don't really make that much money off that. We make like $2. You know, it's not like a lot, but you guys can check out some of our t-shirts. We do have them down there, and sometimes they put them on sale quite a bit. So sometimes they're like 14 bucks for a shirt, I think. It's not too bad. We've purchased a bunch of them so we can wear them around and advertise, and you know the quality is pretty decent. And I think there's a different level that you can choose for different styles and stuff. You can also get stickers. That we have stickers for like $2, so you can get like Pitterpot stickers or like a TreeFall Studios sticker to put on your laptop or whatever. So you can check that down below. And if you just want to join our community, you want to hang out with TreeFall fans, you want to join the TreeFall tribe, get connected some more, you want to ask me some game development questions, there are links down below, and you can check out our Discord. Have a pretty, I would say, like a mid-sized group now, and it's growing every single day. We got people jumping in and joining our Discord. So go ahead and join our community today. That would be great. If you want updates from us, you can check out our Twitter, and you can follow us at TreeFall Games. We post most of our official updates on there. That's our most active platform. But man, thank you guys for tuning in. Today was a blast. Had some fun chats, some silly jokes. We got pretty far on the game. The model is looking pretty good. It's about 5:21, so let's see. We've gone 2 hours and 20, about to hit 2 hours and 23 minutes. That is a crushing stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I can see plenty of you guys are still watching along, so I highly appreciate it. You guys don't know what it means to me for you guys to be hanging out, enjoying some game development with me. It's a blast. Definitely a lot of fun. We will be back here tomorrow. As for now, the schedule is going to be daily around 3 o'clock. And if anything changes, I will probably post beforehand on YouTube and on Twitter and in the Discord to let you guys know if we got some prior engagements and stream can't happen. But for now, we're going to be doing daily streams Monday through Friday. And those are going to be usually around 3 to 5, sometimes a little bit longer like this. And occasionally, usually our Friday streams, we do giveaways. But we might change it up and do some other stuff during the week to get you guys excited to come back for more TreeFall Studios content. So, all right, guys, without further ado, I'm going to catch you in the next video. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope you guys are looking forward to Pitterpots and playing some TreeFall Studios games. All right, see you later.